Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about fragrances that were love at first sniff. I had someone leave me a comment requesting a video like this, and I thought it was a great idea. So here I am today getting that done. The first fragrance I am going to talk about is Atelier Cologne, Clementine, California. I love citrusy fragrances. I love woody fragrances. I went to the store, I believe it was Sephora, and gave this a sniff, spritzed it on my wrist, and fell in love immediately. It has a really wonderful, juicy citrus opening. I believe there's a couple different types of citrus. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've looked at the notes. And I know that there is vetiver and some other woody notes in the base. This is a perfect, juicy, fresh summer scent. I love it. I think I get pretty good longevity out of it considering it's a fresh fragrance. And I get lots of compliments when I wear this. I love it so much. I've gone through several travel sprays of this before I finally purchased the big bottle. I'm going to be wearing this a lot this summer. My next one is also a freshie. This is the Chanel Chance Eau Fraiche. This is another one I was curious about. I hadn't smelled too many Chanel fragrances at that point. I think the one I had smelled I didn't like. It was probably number 5, and this was when my nose wasn't very mature yet. I went into Ulta and decided to give this a sniff and immediately grabbed the box on the shelf and went up to the register to purchase it. It smells, yeah, very fresh, not sweet though. Even though you can smell like the citrus in there, there's nothing in there that would make me say that it's sweet. It's definitely woody. I think it's unisex. Some people think it's leaning masculine. I think it just depends on your nose and your skin chemistry. It lasts a decent amount of time on my skin. I do wish it lasted a little bit longer, but I don't mind respraying it. Just buy it on a sale so you're not paying full price since it's not the most longest lasting fragrance. But I really like this, get lots of compliments, and I will be wearing this a lot more this summer. The next one that I have is Juliette Has a Gun Pear Inc. And won't lie, the bottle is what made me want to try it. And then obviously the pear note. Pear is one of my favorite notes in fragrances. But I didn't like I wouldn't say I didn't like it. I just wasn't in love with the Not a Perfume. So I wasn't sure that this whole brand would be something that worked well for me. It smells fine. It just didn't wow me. But I got a sample of this and spritzed it on. And the pear in here is like a really juicy green pear. And then there's lots of musk. I think there's ambroxan in there that gives it that musky vibe, but I'm not sure. But it was immediately a purchase for me. I added this to my favorites list and waited for an opportunity to buy this, and actually got it in one of those Sephora samplers. So I got this for a much discounted price, but I love this one. I'm lucky it lasts a pretty long time on my skin. I don't really have to refresh it much during the day, and I get that pear note throughout almost the entire wear of the fragrance. Maybe in the last hour or two, it's kind of faded a bit, but it still has that kind of fruity vibe to it. I love this one. I will be wearing it a lot more once it warms up. The next one that was love at first sniff is Tom Ford's Fucking Fabulous. And this was very unexpected for me. I did not think I was going to like it. To me, Tom Ford fragrances are really hit or miss. I have a couple that I've really liked. And I've had a couple that just smelled so weird or funky on my skin, but smelled great on other people. And then also the price point. I knew for how much it cost, and this is back when I purchased this, I did not think it was going to be worth the money. But I went into Sephora, was shopping around for something else, so I saw they had a bottle there, and it was almost empty. I spritzed a little bit on my arm, walked around, did my shopping, and then took a sniff. And when I say my eyes rolled to the back of my head, it smelled so good. I pick up the leather, which I do like in fragrances. There's something sweet about it. So I think there's lavender in here. I believe there's a little bit of clary sage. I can't remember. I believe there's lots of notes. I can't remember all of them. But I was just surprised by how much I liked it and how good I thought it smelled. I did not buy it right away because, again, that price tag. I waited for a really, really, really good sale, and I had some, I think, gift cards and some coupon codes with Sephora, and so I ended up spending way, way, way less on it. Not sure I would repurchase this full price, but I would definitely repurchase it if I could get another really good deal on it. But I love this one. It's not for everyone. It is not a safe blind buy. And I'm lucky it actually lasts a long time on my skin. So to me, that makes it worth it. But this was definitely a love at first sniff, an unexpected one too. The next one I have is Parfums de Marly Delina Exclusif. I've talked about the original Delina, which is beautiful, but when I first smelled it, it didn't wow me. I knew I wasn't going to purchase a bottle of it. It wasn't my vibe at the time. It gave me a little bit of a headache. It just wasn't for me. I did try the La Rosée when it came out, which I liked much more, definitely more my vibe. And when I got that order, I got a sample of the Delina Exclusif and spritzed it on. Didn't think I would like it that much, and it knocked my socks off. It smells so good. There is, I believe, pear in the opening, so probably one of the reasons why I liked it at first sniff so much, because I do love pear. Lychee, I believe, which is in the original Delina, but that one's definitely more tart, and this one's not tart. It's got a fresh burst of juicy fruitness in the opening, but it's not a sour or tart one like the original. And then it's just sweet, woody, very sexy. I find this incredibly intoxicating. Again, this was one I waited until I could find a really good sale. I believe I got this on Max Aroma when they were having like their Parfum de Marly like 35% off sale. I do believe it is worth the full price, and if I wanted to repurchase it and there was no sales going on, I probably wouldn't have a problem shelling over the full price, but that 35% off was very helpful. And then my next one is Valentino's Born in Roma. I, saw this all over YouTube. I think everybody has, and was kind of curious, but also not that much the way people described it. It just didn't seem like it would be something I loved as much as everybody hyped it up to be. But I got a sample with an order, spritzed it on, and was like, yep, gotta have that one. It reminded me of back in the day when I wore a lot of Bath and Body Works body splashes. One of my signature scents was the Black Raspberry Vanilla. Now, they don't smell similar. This one definitely smells like a more high-end perfume than the Bath and Body Works one. But what I loved about the Black Raspberry Vanilla was that nice, dark, berry, juicy opening, and then the sweetness of the vanilla. And I get that in here with so much more. You get the 3 types of jasmine, you get the bourbon vanilla, and the woody notes. I can't remember if it's cedar wood. I can't remember what type of wood's in the base. But this, to me, is super beautiful. It's intoxicating. I could wear it every day. I have to force myself not to wear it. You can see that I've gone through a lot. I already have a backup bottle ready to go. I love this one. Not a safe blind buy though, because I've heard, well, a lot of people love it. For some people, it's just too much. It gives them a headache, or it doesn't last on their skin. This lasts on me all day. I spray maybe 6 to 8 sprays, and I do not need to touch up. I do sometimes when I want to get that juicy opening again, but it lasts on my skin till the next day. The next one I have is MFK's Baccarat Rouge 540. This was a fragrance, again, super hyped up, still hyped up. I wasn't really interested in trying it because of the way people described it and the burnt sugar. I just did not like smell. It didn't sound like it would smell like anything I would enjoy for myself. But I did pick up a little sample pack from MFK's website. I was really curious about Grand Soir because I love amber fragrances. And I decided to pick this one up too. And so one night I thought, okay, let's just spritz this on, see what the hype is all about. Spritzed it on. Again, eye roll, back of the head. Oh my goodness, it was so good. I get what they're saying about the burnt sugar. To me, it doesn't smell burnt. It smells toasted. But I also get, I don't necessarily pick up that it's a floral fragrance. Other people do. When I wear it, they say, oh yeah, it smells like a floral. I don't think my nose is picking that up, but I get that sweet toasted note in the opening and then the wood notes in the base. I love this so much. I can wear it all day, every day, never get bored of it. Perfect signature scent because it can be worn year round. I have worn this in all seasons and it never becomes too much or doesn't perform as well because the weather changes. I love this one. I would wait for a sale. It is pricey. When I purchased this, I did not pay full price for it. I did get some birthday money and used that to purchase it, but I also purchased it and it was at the time, I want to say in the 200s. I think I bought it straight from the MFK site before they did their price hike. So I think out of pocket, I paid maybe $120 for it. So, I mean, to me, that was a great deal. I already have a backup bottle and I got the big one. Again, I found it on a deal and to me, it's worth it because the price of two of these small ones would have been the price of the big one, but you still get way more in the big bottle. So, love this. Definitely going to be a fragrance I keep in my collection for a very long time. The next one I have is Kayali's Deja Vu White Flower 57. I believe this was a blind buy during the Sephora 20% off fragrance sale. I was curious. I'd heard some good reviews. I don't think I had tried any Kayali's, or if I had, it was just like the little mini ones. I can't remember. It's been a little bit. But I decided to pick this up because it had the pear note in the opening. It also had nectarine, another note I really like. It's a white floral. It had the woody and the vanilla notes in the base. It just sounded like something I thought I would like. 2022 was the year of the blind buys for me. So I purchased it, got it, opened it up, sprayed it on, and it immediately shot up to be my favorite fragrance in my collection. And I went through it. I was wearing it every single day for weeks. I love this so much. It's juicy, it's sweet, it's a little bit floral. To me, I don't find the florals to be overpowering, but maybe that's because I like white florals. Definitely not a safe blind buy. And then you get the vanilla and the woody notes in the base. I just think it's gorgeous. And the longer I've had it, the juice has gotten so dark. It has become richer and longer lasting on my skin. I think it performs pretty well. I usually do touch up, but I don't mind. Buy it on a sale. And to me, the price is perfectly fine for how long it lasts. But I already have a backup because this one is definitely going to be on its way out soon. Love this one. The next one I have is also a Kayali fragrance. This is the Lovefest Burning Cherry 48. Originally, I wasn't that interested in trying this out because cherry is not my favorite note in fragrances. It's fine. I've smelled cherry fragrances that smell really good. I have a couple, but I don't reach for them that often. I'm not in the mood to smell like cherries that often. But the wood notes in here, and everyone was describing how smoky it was, and I love smoky fragrances. So I was a little bit curious. So I got the cute little 10 ml bottles, and the way I went through that bottle was disrespectful. I don't think I've ever gone through a travel spray that fast in my life. I'm not even sure I've gone through an entire travel spray before, but it was gone so quickly. I was spraying it all the time. Part of that is the longevity. It's not amazing, I won't lie. But the smell was absolutely addicting to me. I did pick up that cherry note, but it's like a dark cherry. I think there's raspberry in here, but then all the woody notes in here and the Palo Santo, which I really love. And yeah, it does smell like burning cherry. In it's I don't even know how to describe it. So it's not overly fruity, surprisingly. It's not like something I would describe as like a fruity fragrance, even though it does have the fruit note in there. But when Kayali did their 30% off sale, I believe that's what it was. I picked up the 100 ml bottle because to me that was worth it. 30% off for how much you overspray because it doesn't last the longest. To me, made it worth it. And when I overspray, it tends to do all right. I didn't mind paying that price for it, but I love this one. This is my second favorite Kayali fragrance. I have a few, but this is definitely shot up and went right behind the Deja Vu White Flower. The next one I have is also Valentino. This is the Born in Roma Coral Fantasy. This is another one I did not expect to like because I wasn't hearing good reviews. People didn't like the note. The way they described it, I thought it was going to smell cheap or tacky or too synthetic. The longevity I heard was an issue. And these perfumes, while they're not the most expensive in my collection, they're definitely not the most affordable. But I got one of those deluxe samples and I went through that dabber so fast. The first day I got it, I dabbed it on my wrist, was expecting it to be like, it's nice. It's fine. Don't need it. Nope. I love it. And it layers really well with a lot of other things. I'll probably do a layering video later on. But I use that dabber up completely. And that is also something I don't do. I hate dabbers. I don't like having to touch it. I feel like you don't get that actual scent profile that you're supposed to get when you're just like putting it on your finger and, just schlepping it behind your ear. But loved this. The kiwi, and I believe there's orange in the opening. So bright, so juicy, so sweet, but not cloying in my opinion. And then I think there's jasmine in the mid. Not sure what else. Maybe rose. I can't remember. And then the musk and the cedar. And I do love musky fragrances. I do love woody fragrances. So this was definitely love at first sniff. I knew I was going to be buying it. But what I was starting to do is trying to transition out of blind buys. So I said I had to go through the whole dabber first. And if I still wanted it, I would buy it. I went through that dabber in a couple of weeks and bought the big 100 ml bottle. I do believe I got it, I think at Ulta with my points. So I didn't pay much for it. I think I probably paid like $20 out of pocket for it. Worth it. Love it. Will repurchase. I cannot wait for the summer to roll back around so I can wear this again. And the last fragrance I have was my first fragrance purchase of 2023. This is the Armani Prive Bleu Turquoise. I saw the bottle and wanted it. I love turquoise. It's one of my favorite gemstones to wear. And then I saw the reviews, and while a lot of the reviews were positive, the notes in there made me a little bit nervous, especially the black pepper. That does not play nicely on my skin all the time. So again, I was doing the let's not blind buy a bottle of perfume, especially one this expensive. I think it's over $300, like $325, maybe more. I can't remember. But I was lucky enough to finally find a sample on Mercari and gave it a sniff. Was expecting it to, again, not play that nicely on my skin because of the black pepper, but oh no, it was beautiful. Love at first sniff. Had to have it. I tried to force myself to go through the whole sample first before I purchased it, just to make sure my mind didn't change. It wasn't just a fluke that I liked it the first time, but every time I spritzed on that sample, it was just love. I wanted to wear it all day, every day. Signature scent worthy. I love this fragrance. And I got it in the winter time. So I'm actually really excited to see how it performs in the spring and summer months. But I knew I had to have it. I waited until I actually saw it on a bit of a sale at Max Aroma. So I did save some money. I would definitely pay full price for this. The bottle is gorgeous. Very heavy. It just feels really high quality. But yeah, it just smells so good. Not a safe blind buy. Not a safe blind buy. It's salty, the vanilla. I don't really pick up the pepper except for if I'm wearing this and then wash my hands or take a shower. The pepper note is what stays behind and I don't like that. So when I wear it, I make sure, I'm not going to be taking a shower in the next few hours. So I wouldn't wear it to if I was going to go to a pool party or something like that where I'd be getting wet and then the fragrance rubs off and leave the pepper behind, because that would make me not happy. But everything else about it is fantastic. It definitely has those rich luxury spa vibes that people are mentioning. Worth a sniff if you can get your hands on a sample. Okay, so here are all my fragrances that I can recall to the best of my recollection that were just absolute loves at first sniff. If you have any recommendations for me or perfumes that you had that same type of reaction to, please leave it down below in the comments. Other than that, that's all I have for you. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.